It is now time for our second elimination battle. Oh, yes. Anyway, folks, hello and welcome back to some more Fate Extra. On our last episode, we had an unauthorized battle with Dan Blackmore and his servant as a sort of revenge tool. Because let's just say we weren't too pleased with him poisoning us once before, even though he did serve us an apology. Plus, you know, his servant is kind of ill-mannered at times. But we did get more information as a result, which is absolutely fantastic because it'll help us very much so in this elimination battle. But speaking of which, let's read out Papa Gotamine's lines. Today is the elimination battle. I trust that your preparations went smoothly. Oh yes, Papa Giltamine. I turned toward the voice coming from behind me. He wears the clothes of a priest, which in the end only makes his snide tongue more jarring. Come to the first floor when ready. You can do something trifling like stop by the commissioner if needed. Apparently finished, he opens the door and lets himself out. In preparation for the elimination battle, I should go to the chapel and commissionary. Or I could go to my personal room and sort out my information on the enemy servant. And then once that's in order, I'll go to where Giltamini is. Well, we're going to go to the chapel first and foremost because we do have 6 skill points to spend on our strength stat. Yeah, we're pretty much going full strength, as you can imagine. I mean, why not, right? We could do mega damage. But let's just speak to Tokyo first. You can't find alteration before you fight? My, aren't you the cautious one? Oh, yes, I am, Toko. Yes, I am. Want to do an alteration? Yes, Alco, I'd love that. Okay, so we're gonna have an A rank in strength now, yep. We've almost got artillery applause as well, which is nice. More skills are always welcome. Even if some aren't ones that we're gonna be using as often, though. Strength ranking has increased. Dang right it should, Saber. What now? Need another alteration? No, we're fine. We're fine. I mean, we have 106 strength. I think we'll be fine for a while. Except, you know, then there's the third round, then we'll get even more strength and more strength until we're finally capped out. And then we start, you know, deviating into other stats. Mainly because I like me some damage. Right, so where we want to go next is to our room. Because we want to store our information. Now, there will be choices, but for the subsequent choices that we're about to have, let's just say that we won't be showing all of them. Because there are a lot of different variations. I can't remember whether or not that applies to your opponent, but worst comes to worst, we could always just show off the ones, or ones, who knows, that we missed out on with, say, our New Game Plus playthrough in the future. So let's organize our information. Alright, let's review the information we have. Dan Blackmore. Our opponent this time is a veteran soldier. Since I can never hope to make up decades of experience in a week, he's clearly got the advantage. I'm the inferior master, but when it comes to servants, his servant class is... Saber! It's right! No, it has to be Archer. That day in the arena, the servant fired a poisoned arrow at me. That kind of precise marksmanship was enough to tell me the enemy's class is Archer. It's also clear that that said shot severed some kind of bond between master and servant. Dan forbid his servant to use his bow to fire poison arrows. That bow, as his noble phantasm called... The name of the noble phantasm that Dan forbid his servant from using was... U-bow. The name of the servant's unerring bow is the U-bow. After Archer wielded it in the prep period, Dan utilized the command seal to disable its further use, telling him to fight fairly. Fighting face to face with honor and pride. Seeing as how Archer fought so differently in life, of course he doesn't get his master's values. The girl who helped me deduce that was the sky-gazing beauty from the 3rd floor, Rani. With the remains of the Archer's arrow, she showed me the forest he held dear. The name of that forest was... Sherwood Forest. There we go. Matrix level extra. Right, it was Sherwood Forest, and there was only one legendary soul who was active there. Robin Hood! There's zero doubt as to the enemy's archer's true name. Even if it's true name, and take into account the discord between master and servant, can I win? Our servants are pretty evenly matched, so if I step up my game as a master... You know, speak of a saber right now? I'm giving you all the strength. You have no real need for a magic stat. Alright, let's leave our private room. No, I believe we've got plenty in the way of supplies. That's for sure. Let's just read some info. Or we could save that. We could save that for post-battle, but I kind of want to read some of it now. Because his true name is Robin Hood. Anyway, character background. Of the origins of the legends of the chivalrous thief who dwelt in the Sherwood Forest are a subject of constant and spirited debate. It is generally acknowledged that there was an actual person who held the name Robin Hood, and that he died at the hands of his aunt, the prioress of Kirklees, who is believed to have bleed him to the death in the guise of administering aid for his wounds. However, many of the exploits attributed to him are a curious amalgamation of Celtic, Greek, and German mythologies. Oh gosh, I definitely butchered that word. Oh man, all these big words. It's been a while. It's been a while, man. It's been a while. Anyway, one of the most persistent of the Robin Hood legends identifies him originally as a faceless hero who was born from the prayers of residents of the British Isles. Weary of the seemingly endless incursions and invasion of the country, they asked the heavens for someone to fight off the foreign invaders. A concurrent legend pegs Robin Hood as a representation of the Green Man, a spirit of the woods who would carry out the actions and deeds that the common layperson could not. It was this belief that transformed the name into a title assumed by a number of nameless, faceless heroes who took up the mantle of protecting the people. Those who assumed the identity of Robin Hood tend to be very conflicted young men, incredibly virtuous and honourable, yet always working out of the shadows like an assassin or thief. There seems to be a slight tinge of cowardice to their makeup. To cover the self-loathing that also seems to be part of every Robin Hood's personality, they all uninformedly adopt a somewhat combative and derisive attitude. And though every person to adopt the Robin Hood persona truly values life above all else, they have little appreciation for their own. Like the original Robin Hood, he is under the protection of the fairies and is well versed in the archaic lore of the Druids. And like all defenders of the forest, his knowledge of naturally occurring medicines and poisons is second to none. Yep, some Celtic lore. Well, I am Scottish, so I do know some things about that, but remembering all is a different story. So I believe we are well supplied. We have 6 remedies, we have plenty of stuff. Yeah, we could, if we really wanted to, we could actually fully dominate this fight. I kid you not. Like, if we guess which turns that he uses our skills and we use our codecast hack, do I even have that equipped, actually? We could just outright dominate this. Which is very much tempting, but I think we'll at least try to show some of his skills, even if they might put us in a bit of a pickle. You will now enter the Colosseum and confront the opposing master. Are you ready? Remember, the only way to leave the Colosseum is to win. If you are ready, I will open the gate. Enter the Colosseum! The way to the Colosseum is now open, young master. I wish you the best of luck, and hope that you will return. Remember, it's kill or be killed. Oh, yeah, I know, man. I know. Familiar territory once again. Looking very much forward to this fight, though. I admire that the mine is made of stone. However, statues make poor conversation partners. Hey, servant, you look like a clown, so put on a little show for us. Let us see your tricks or hear a poem. Huh, what's the point of talking to someone who's about to jump into their grave? Oh no, I'm about to ready to chew my arm off to get away from Grumpy here. The guy doesn't even fart without purpose. I'm giving up trying to make small talk with him. Hey enemy master, why don't you try talking to Grumplestiltskin over here? Ask why he fights. There's no why in war. Once one enters the battlefield, they only fight to achieve their objective. A soldier does need to know, cannot have a reason to fight. That is how things were when I was a soldier. There, my life has changed since that time. I've never needed a why. Don't you hear when you're right? Like I said, the guy's a steel trap. Thanks for trying to pry him open. I can respect the pride and experience of a veteran army general. He has a fine opponent. In fact, I sympathize with such a prestigious man for being saddled with an impish legendary soul. Are you of honorable origins? Because your master cuts a better figure as a servant than you. I wish! My master's so straight-laced? Yeah, straight-laced. That a typical legendary soul like me gets tied up in knots. I'll let you on a little secret. Not all of us legendary souls were noble in life. That would be boring. Oh, and on that note, careful you don't get nailed from behind again. Heroes do not necessarily need to be noble, but their lives must be brimmed with glory and beauty. At any rate, you seem to be an archer assassin. I've experience with conducting assassination, but my master is not cut out for such methods. Besides, this is war, not politics. What's this domestic strife I'm sensing over there? You don't care for surprise attacks, master? How far is too far in the foul plane with dirty tracks? No, I don't. Man, you're so uptight. Good luck with that. Don't get carried away, Archer. You call that getting carried away, master? You're plundering our enemies for entertainment right before the battle. Yes, that is excessive. Dang correct. If you don't like it, then go put on a helmet to match the armor and drown out the sounds. But I want to talk to our enemies. Why don't you listen in and learn what kids these days are into? Because if you've got any more ancient, they'd have to put you in a museum. Oh my gosh, the bird! Your polyphrasion fights is joynoid, but mutual understanding will come on the battlefield. You have no idea how to have fun if all this killing a guy's got to unwind. How about string that's wound too tight snaps, isn't that right? I have nothing against having fun. Right? Life's hella hard and then you die. If you don't enjoy yourself, then you just die miserable. Well, you never gain the proper attitude to fight. Lighten up, master. Things would be so much easier for us if you just exhibited life as funny parts. I'd go whoosh on that unoffended back of yours. That's how an archer should fight. I have to be nimble on my feet. Chivalry and ideology are all stiff and would just slow me down. Listen, Archer, you will fight as I direct. Ugh, not again. Fine again. Your wish is my command. Ugh, that's what I'm asking for. You can't keep his chivalry in his pants even with a kid like you around. I just wish you understood that not everyone can take pride in their lives. Oh no, I mean different strokes for different folks, boy buddy. I was so tempted to ask the hobby question. Like, what's your hobby? The battlefield is my hobby. A sudden rumbling snaps me off the spell my opponent's words have put me under. We're at a battlefield, and the time to fight a warrior of unparalleled determination has come. Let's go, Archer. The time has come to embrace the battlefield once again. Oh man! A nice Colosseum. I will be settled here, Archer. You said it's about time we gave the snooty princess her just desserts. Princess, did you just call me a princess? You won't leave this place alive. That's Empress to you. I am a grown woman. I hold you accountable if my master addresses me as princess. That's the pretty bit offensive. Aren't you a little too gung-ho about your master? Quiet, how dare you insinuate something when I'm not resolved on the matter myself? Good. That's right, my master's mediocre in both performance and appearance. Ow! Though I suppose my master's efforts up to this point deserve praise. To see a commoner rise against the mighty seats. Seats? Sets my heart racing. Seats my heart racing. Yeah, that totally makes much sense. My master's out of your master's league. Your master's already as good as dead. Because my master, in spite of his likely experience, works so hard and looks adorable trying. Aww! You may think my master is a chick with me by his side. My master will grow into a big, strong bird. But to your master, DaverRaver, do you even have strength to fly? You're in strider's keen. I hear you were a tyrant in life. I see you deserve to be a legendary soul. Don't be so humble, master. You've got wish too. No one has the right to scoff at that. Shut your trap, Saber, unless you want me to nail your tongue to the floor of an arrow. I'm relieved by your words. Beneath your impudence, you care for your master as deeply as I care for mine. Whenever you're ready, Hunter, I will raise your Sherwood Forest. Hey, it's time! It's time to duke it out against Robin Hood. Now, he normally fights with quite a bit of poison. Let's just say that. I'm just trying to remember. Let's try this. I know he eventually poisons. I know that much. Ah, dang. We'll get some damage here, though. Oh, that was even. Okay. Right, so what's up now? We could hack that, but I do want to show a certain skill that he has. So we're going to heal, actually. We'll just attack. Actually, we'll use... See, what skill is this? Because he does have a buff that makes all of his attacks a certain way, so I guess... We'll just use a heal in between. Nice. Yeah, it's poison. Oh, he doesn't poison if we guard it? Oh, dang. It's been a while. Ooh. Here we go, we're topped up. Worst comes to worst, am I doing edit to show off his noble phantasm, though? I know he has a certain move. See, I'm trying to be careful of that, because that could actually cause some huge damage. I can't use his noble phantasm. I already know as to why. Now, is he going to do a certain skill? Or is he not? No, he's not using that skill this turn. Okay. That's fine, though. We're going to do heavy damage to him anyhow. There are some fights where we wouldn't want to get hit by a noble phantasm. I mean, ideally, we wouldn't want that anyhow. I'm not going to lie. Okay, this should be the poison. I guess we'll let him have it. Yeah, we'll let him have it, because I really want to see his noble phantasm. We have to be careful, though. Because poison is devastating if it's stacked with his noble phantasm. Let's just say that. Let's just guard and then heal. I shouldn't have attacked first. Yeah, it's poison arrow. Hopefully this doesn't do too much damage. Okay, it does 81, that's fine. Oh gosh, we have to be careful. You see, now he can use his noble phantasm. Oh. Right. He's not using it? Or wait. No, there's a code cast there. That should be healing. He normally uses it. That should be something else then. I think we just have to finish him off here and then just do an edit. Yeah. We'll just attack there. Actually, no, guard, just in case, We'll use Veil Petals, attack. We've pretty much got him in the bag. He always guards first. Why am I falling for that so much? Feels bad. Yeah, I knew it was that! Basically, when he has this buff on, all of his attacks are successful for the turn. So you want to spam skills when he does it. Because you will not win the conflicts. Now, I should have used a remedy here, but we'll survive. We'll survive. Is he using his Noble Phantasm now? That is the question. No, maybe. Normally it's on the second move? It's not on the sixth. It's not on the third. He normally uses his skills on the second move. So let's just heal. Let's just attack. Okay. Let's guard. Let's attack. No, let's break. Attack. Guard. Attack. Well, we should be able to see it unless we get everything right. And we end up killing him here. I think he's just going to guard here. No, that was the wrong skill. That was hack. That was hack! No! Oh! Oh gosh. I might have done good. I didn't mean to use hack. I meant to use heal. Ah, no! Oh, come on. Come on, one hack. Okay, okay. We gotta see the Noble Phantasm. I was just trying to show that. That's all I wanted to show. We could have literally ranked him. That was a terrible execution on my part. It's been so long since I fought Robin Hood. But yeah. I was just saying is, on a certain New Game Plus, I don't think I'll be so willing to take Noble Phantasms to the face. I actually forgot I didn't do damage. What it does, if memory serves me well, is that it stacks the poison. It becomes deadly poison. And it'll effectively do half your health a turn. So, had we lived that turn, we would be like reduced to like 1 HP or something. Or maybe we would have died. I don't think poison can kill you though. Anyway, we deal the enemy a finishing blow. It feels like I'm watching in slow motion as Archer's chest is impaled. Dan Blackmore looks dazed. He's staring at Saber as if my servant is some divine being. Be thankful I didn't use hack on your skills a bunch, buddy old pal. My master has more ability and more determination than you, so how? Well, that's just how the cookie crumbles. It's James having a reason to fight is not the same as truly believing in that reason. I never doubted my desire to be a warrior, but that life has given me regrets. I wanted the Holy Grail to bring back my late life. Life? Wife? What a silly delusion. My whole life I praise myself for giving up my individual failings and aspirations like a good soldier. Only at the very end did I dare to have my own goals and decide to abandon military life. I can't believe I was trying to fight as just a man. It was foolish of me to pit my pride as a knight against my feelings as a person. So foolish, I just wanted to get back where I'd lost before the end. But I wonder which one I wished for, my late life or the person I was before I became a soldier. The elderly knight falls into silence. Both he and his servant start to disintegrate. But I'm surprising you. When you unleash your final attack, you had no doubt in yourself. I had all the doubt. What are you talking about? I actually was genuinely scared. Even though you can't describe what is yet, there must be something that gives you a purpose. My wish, a wish to bring back the dead, was nothing to boast about. Though your trials are many, keep living, young one. Your struggles will steer your determination. Now, I apologize to have to seem like this, but I am at peace in my defeat. Because for the first time, I am the ground from which a youth with a bright future might grow. His final smile was beaming. Dan Blackmore's face was no longer stern, but kind and grandfatherly. I knew I wasn't cut out for a fair fight. You needed someone better than a charlatan like me. I'm so sorry, another servant would have failed you like this. No, I'm the one to blame, Archer. Restricting your actions was selfish and damaging to your dignity. Bit late for that now, Master. You have no idea the torment you've been putting me through. Why are you apologizing anyway? You're making me sound like a moron here. And why do you care about me? Whether we win or lose, I still vanish at the end. I mean, I did have a wish of my own, but I was more interested in having a good time. Gotta tell you, it's been rather boring to fight for you, Master. Haha. There's something else to apologize to you for. A warrior's pride must have held no value to you. As long as I don't have to do every day, it's a decent change of pace. Boring as it's been, playing Knight was a healthy thing for me to try, you know? Well, although I was never given a chance, I've always wanted to try being a badass Knight. Dance, Archer looks down as if in embarrassment. He mumbles under his breath as if he doesn't want us to hear. So really, don't apologize, we had a good run, and there's nothing to feel ashamed about. Jeez, I didn't even think I'd be able to pull off a single battle in this stupid tournament. In life, I had everything I wanted. Wealth, fame, friendship, success, but a fair fight was the one thing I never had, so it's okay. I finally did something I was never able to do. Ah. Like he said, it was the end. Moments later, he vanished. He looked at peace. He lived his life in the shadows, protecting his village without acknowledgement. In his final moments, it seemed that he had found a way to get beyond the bitterness he felt. I'm sorry. Thank you, Archer. Dave, could I trouble you to listen to the dying words of an old man? From here on out, no matter what enemy you may encounter who you may have to defeat, feel it, think about it, process it, accept your doubts, but don't be crippled by them. Above all else, accept the consequences of your actions, and turn all you learn and feel into strength. If you wait until the end to think, you'll end up with regrets. And if possible, I'd like you to get meaning from your battles. Through combat, find the reason you fight and the reason you can't lose. Find your answers. It's your responsibility to have the answers when you survive this war. Do you understand, Rising Star? Don't forget. Finally, I'll be able to see her again. It's been too long. On. Feels bad, man. He whispers a woman's name. It's spoken in a hopeful tone. With his answer warming his heart, Dan Blackmore disappears. Yep. It was fitting that was a close fight, though. It was very fitting. I actually really like that now that I think about it. Anyway, pray tell your growth is lacking, and you have yet to use my power to its fullest. The last master was disgraceful, but this master was a seasoned warrior. Even though you emerged victorious from battle with his servant, you are still green, however. Truly it is not as if nothing was gained. I have seen the look of a warrior pass over your face. Even though Saber's criticism is harsh, her praise is sweet. I don't know what the look of a warrior is, but if I've changed... Dan, was it? Did you happen to get any impression from fighting him? Yes. I see. If you believe as such, it is all well and good. I will see what you have or have not gained in the fight to come. The next battle, right. There's a third round, and then a fourth, and so on. I'm still kind of lost. But if that's the path before me, then I owe it to the lives lost so far to keep fighting. Right or wrong, that's one way to think about things. Nat time. Yeah, you deserve a snooze after that, love. And there we have 100% completion on the second round. But we now have more information about him. More reading! Yeah, more reading, but we'll read. Right, Faceless King, a king without form who, according to Celtic tradition, appears in the May Day festival that follows the festival of Beltane. He is also seen as a personification of nature who used copious amounts of green and brown in his clothing in order to completely blend in with his surroundings. Okay. Subversion A. This skill allows one to seriously reduce their enemy's might before facing them in battle. It is an ability used by those who've mastered the art of setting traps. Upon achieving an A rank in this skill, one can disable almost 60% of their enemy's forces before they get the chance to advance. However, the higher the ranking of the skill, the lower one's reputation as a hero becomes. And then Robin Hood. Just one of the many young men to take up the title. This particular incarnation was a virtual outcast, living on the fringes of the village located near the spot where his parents had died. Almost against his will, he was caught up in a battle to repel an attack by a nearby lord's army, and successfully led those who fought by his side to victory. As he never identified himself during the course of the fight, he was referred to as the mythical Green Man by the villagers he had helped save. The only child of a wandering druid, he was orphaned at a very young age when both of his parents died suddenly. As the son of a druid, he instinctively knew how to survive in the forest and was able to communicate with the spirits known as fairies. It was this ability that made him an outcast in his village, as the villagers were suspicious of his powers and accused him of being possessed. Although the villagers held no love for him, nor he for them, he felt obliged to help them in any way he could. With his successes against the tyranny of the local lords to spur him out in the hopes and wishes of the villagers pinned to his deeds, he took up the bow and mantle and became the latest incarnation of Robin Hood, and like those before him he dressed in clothes of Lincoln green, armed himself with a bow of yew, and surrendered his identity and true self for the good of others. However, no good deed goes unpunished, and the villagers quickly turned on him in hopes of channeling the anger of the local nobility away from themselves, and onto this mysterious rogue who rampaged through the forest, claiming that they had no knowledge of who he was, nor did they ever come to be thanked for his help in preserving the village. Even though the people that he vowed to help turned on him, he continued to protect and assist from the shadows. With every poisoning, every ambush, his reputation as a coward and criminal grew, despite his honourable intentions. After 2 years of almost constant fighting, he was eventually betrayed and assassinated by one of the local lords, whose array he had raised. It was this young man who fought so that others could lead the quiet life he dreamed of, that joined the ranks of legendary souls found worthy to fight in the Holy Grail Wars. Yep, that is the end of Robin Hood. These are his stats. Pretty significant stats in all fairness. I mean, all we have is an A in strength and E in everything else, but you know, I mean, he's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. Definitely a cool guy. And there's still quite a few more to go. We're reaching about the halfway point though, however. But anyway, folks, thank you all for watching this episode of Fate Extra, and I'll see you all next time with the start of the third round. It's going to be very exciting from here on out because, hey, all the masters aren't named Shinji. It's not a great fact, yeah. Like, I actually genuinely felt sad when Dan Blackmore died. Did I really feel any remorse in killing Shinji? Nah, it's just Shinji. He's just there, you know. Anyhow, ta-ta for now.